Many people fight over it. Many people steal it, loot it, reserve it, and hide it. But money is not something you reserve. Money is something you deserve. Some people beg for it. Some people cry for it. To see whether you deserve money, watch this video till the end, and if you don't deserve it, I'll show you how you can deserve it. It's my ACECHINA. I'm an expert global business solutions expert and your real estate success strategist, known as the mayor of house. The business channel where I discuss only business, and you can do business directly with me, called my ACETV, and you can check it out right here. This channel is my personal contribution channel where I'll be giving you exceptional values on business, personal finance, personal development, and life success. And I'll be doing that with a lot of fun, because my one word is fun. And I always seek teach, inspire, create, collaborate. You can just call me the contributor. Join the exceptional 5% that will watch this video to the end, because you're very special people and you're rare. Welcome on board. Let's learn to grow rich together. Welcome to my daily insights into my daily quotes with my ACE, where I give you a longer, deeper insight into my daily quotes for deeper secrets for your accelerated result. And today's quote says, every time I see a test, I see money. That's why afterwards it's called a testimony. Money is something that connects all of us. Everybody needs money. Everybody wants money. Everybody desires money, but not everybody deserves money. Money is something you earn and attract. You earn it by the work you put into it to earn it. You attract it by the person you have become and the capacity you've built in you to attract it. And those are the only two ways to earn money. You become the person that can attract money, and you work and earn money. So if you are not ready to become more, you cannot attract more. If you are not ready to work more, you cannot make more. So in this video, I'm going to show us how to turn adversity and every test for an opportunity, because when a test comes, those that don't see the money after the test only see the adversity and the test, and they might cower, give up, or quit. But those of us that understand that the full world is not a test, the full world is a testimony, and the money comes after the test, we are willing to endure the test and get the money afterwards. Because even the good book says, looking up to Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the money of the glory of the joy that was set before him endured the test of the cross. So everything in life is a test and a money afterwards. And for you to desire money without a test is an unjust money and unmerited money. So the first test for money is the test of obedience and work. You must obey the rules of money and work the work of money. The easiest way to turn yourself, to make money for yourself or earn money, is to turn your labor into money, where you turn time and energy to money by working. When you are now paid money, after you work, you've passed the test of money. But in the 21st century space, we're going to go back to the real test of work, because in the 20th century, people started hiding in their work, where you get a work and you don't do the work necessary for your salary, but you still get your salary because there are no metrics to measure your work. But in this technological AI age, there are new metrics that will be monitoring whether you do the work or not. And many companies will start firing those that don't pass the test of obedience and work to do the work, and you will not get money at the end. And those of you that are able to pass the test of obedience and work will get money. And this starts in childhood. Even as a child, if you don't obey your parents and obey the law, you will not pass the test of real money. And that's what causes so many people to grow up and want to cheat the system. And when you want to cheat the system, you will land yourself in problem or jail. So the first test for money is the test of obedience and work. Second test for money is the academic test. In the 20th century, the Industrial Revolution made academics a test for money. If you check it, most of the things we learn in school, we don't even use on our job. Why are they showing us or taking us through that long 18 years of school? Is to show that if you can memorize something for your exams, you can memorize instructions for your boss. And that's just it. So if you can pass the test of exams, you can pass the test of remembering instructions for you to get money. So if you're in school and you're watching this, don't take your academics as a scam, because even though school or academics or certificate will not give you money in the 21st century, they'll train you with the virtue to have passed the test of academics for you to be worth the text of instructions to make money. The next test you need to pass is the love test. If you love the process, you get the money. If you love the money and despise the process, you miss the money. This is the love test that has killed a lot of people. And then there's something you love that can give you money at the end of it. If you love football, you must pass the test of growing your skills in football for football to pay you through the love of football. I love freedom, and I passed the test of going to captivate and take away my freedom by working for somebody else in an apprenticeship for me to pass the test of love of freedom by going through the adversity of apprenticeship for me to get financial freedom to truly be free. So you must pass the test of what you love by dropping what you love and going to work for what you love and passing the love test. If you love your parents, you work hard and pass the love test. If you love your spouse, you work hard and pass the love test. If you love your kids, you work hard to pass the love test to provide for your kids. If you violate that test, you won't make money. The fourth test, which keeps 95% of people away from money, is the failure test. Nobody ever made a lot of money in the world without ever failing. Failure is just a test to see whether you are worthy of the money that is coming to you. I have failed so much and lost so much money that I even went to prison for 10 months because I was owing money. I was in the worst prison in the world, if possible, in Owerri prison, the most congested prison, for 10 months because I had failed in my business and I was indebted. And in Nigeria, debt is not a criminal offense, it's a civil offense in our laws, but in practice is a criminal offense. So when you are indebted in Nigeria, you are treated as a criminal. And I was so indebted from my business failures that I was treated like a criminal for 10 months. And I came out of prison, the first thing I did was to start building a business again. I remember one of my friends telling me, as a medical lab scientist, that he'll pay for my license after that failure for me to go back to working in the medical field. And he paid for my license, and since that year I've been renewing my license every year as a tribute to him. But I've never worked with that license for one day, because the business failure was the test to see whether I am worthy of business money. So for you to pass the test of failure, you must continue after the failure. For you to fail the test of failure, failure will stop you. So if you continue after failure, you've passed the test. And guess what? The standard for failure has been set so high that nobody can come close to it, because the greatest failure in the world is a man called Thomas Edison that discovered the light bulb. He failed 10,000 times before he got the light bulb. I assure you, you might not even fail up to 10 times before you achieve your dreams and get the money of your dreams. So you must pass the test of failure. The fifth test you must pass is the financial test. The financial test is after you get money. What you do with that money will determine whether you have passed the financial test or not. If you blow the whole money and start doing do-re-mi, you have failed the financial test. But after getting money, you invest money, you have passed the financial test. That's just a simple test. It's the simplest of all tests. If you get money today and you spend it all, you fail the financial test. If you get money today and you invest some of it, you have passed the financial test. But you must invest in a vehicle that is simple, safe, and sustainable. And the final test you must pass for you to get money is the spiritual test. Money has a spirit and is spiritual. There's a green paper that is written 200 naira on. The value we give to that paper is different if you write $200 with some other signs that makes it the dollar. So money is more spiritual than physical. And the spiritual test you have to pass is that your spirituality
and your financial belief must align. There's nobody at the top that is a billionaire that is not spiritually anchored somewhere. Either they are very occultic, or they are very Christian, or they are very spiritual. There's a level of spirituality required for wealth. The earlier you pass that test of spirituality, the better for you. And the test of spirituality is that you must study, practice, and teach. If you don't study the text of your spirituality, you don't practice your spirituality, and you don't teach it, you fail. I'm a Christian. I study the Bible, I practice the Bible, and I teach the Bible, and that's why I am attracting a lot of money. So all these tests, 6 tests, are tests you must pass for you to get the money after the test when it becomes a testimony. The test of obedience and work, the test of academics, the test of love, the test of failure, which keeps 95% of people away from making money. The financial test, which is what you do after you make money, and the spiritual test, which is the core to how you connect money to spirituality. These 6 tests will determine whether you end at the test or you cross the test and enter into the money when it becomes a testimony. So tell me in the comments below, which of these tests has been your strongest test? Because every one of us has the strongest test. For most people, it's failure. Tell me in the comments below which has been your strongest test, and how this video is going to help you overcome that test and turn it to money when it becomes a testimony. Remember, our quote for the day says, every time I see a test, I see money. And that's why afterwards it's called a testimony. Watch out for the testimony of the story of this man called my ACECHINA, because even while I was wallowing in prison, I knew that one day I'll be in the palace, and that kept me going. So when people mock you, that is a strong indication of your making. To see a video on how you can turn your mocking into your making, click on the link above, and I'll see you on the other side.
It is super duper amazing that you found my content valuable enough for you to watch till the end. Only 5% of exceptional people do that. You're exceptional, and I deeply love and appreciate you. Don't just watch to learn, watch to take action. And the first action is subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of our daily value action. Remember, only doers are winners.